Hello class. We've looked in the last few weeks at doing perspective and how using 1 and 2 point perspectives we can make buildings look as though they're going farther away from us. Now we're going to combine that with the design of a superhero, and I'm going to put a very thick lined drawing of Spider-Man into this file on your show my homework instructions that you can open on your computer screen and then do what I'm just about to do, which is trace it off the screen, or if you feel confident just have a bash at drawing it straight away. And it's Spider-Man drawn by Jack Kirby. Jack Kirby was the king of all Marvel comic books, who developed the style of figures leaping out of the page towards us. And in copying this Spider-Man, we're going to learn some basic things about how the foreshortening of the figure works, and how he comes towards us with this great big hand in the foreground, getting smaller and smaller and smaller until a tiny little hand over there, let's have a look, disappears into the distance. And it's simply a case of doing this. Take your piece of paper, quite thin, and hold it up to the computer screen and trace over it. Or if you want to have a bash at doing it yourself, try and copy it exactly right, and then I want you to copy it onto a piece of paper, but without doing the background. That's going to be lesson number 2 this week. For this first lesson this week, simply trace it out in pencil, and then I want you to go over it in black line as accurately as you possibly can, just as if you were a comic book illustrator. And we're going to do the buildings in lesson number 2 this week, and then we're going to colour them. And hopefully what that will give us is a really brilliant idea of how we combine the techniques used in drawing that help us to use the flat picture plane here to have an illusion on it of this muscular superhero flying through the skyscrapers of New York and then jumping off the top of one of the buildings right towards us using his web shooting finger. So this is a very easy task. It shouldn't take you too long, and I'll give you all the legs up you need by way of putting that file on there too for you to do the tracing. Very easy and straightforward, and by lesson number 2 we should have him completed and ready to go for all the buildings that are going to be around, zooming up from the streets and pavements of New York. Okay, have fun with this, and I will put another lesson on on my YouTube channel for lesson number 2 of this week. Take care.